Hello guys, I share my your favorite poultry farmer God bowl with Kelly Chukwebuka. So today I'll be showing you guys different things altogether which have been a nightmare to most rural poultry farmers. Now before then, look at my birds. My birds are quite grown up. These are, remember, these 100 birds, these are just what is remaining now. Although these ones have already been built by some persons, by tomorrow they'll be living here. But before then, let me show you guys what most rural poultry farmers have been passing through. Now let me show you something. Now you see this bird. Let me just tap it a little bit. You see, this bird can hardly walk. You get now. See this one. You see the way this one is lying. I'm not sure this guy can even walk again. So let me just tap. You see, he's struggling to rise up. Now let me show you another one. You see this guy. This guy can't walk. Forget the weight, but you see, this guy can't really walk again. You see, finding it difficult to walk. It's staggering to walk. You see. Now let me show you another one. This is another one. This one can't even walk at all. You see. This one can't walk. He's trying to support himself with the wings. What is this disease called? It's called a Myrick disease. Myrick, M-A-R-E-K. Myrick disease. Okay, it's called Myrick disease. It's called Myrick disease or paralyzed. These birds are paralyzed. They can't walk. You see that they walk by the supportive system of their wings. They can't walk again. Now, paralysis has been a reoccurrence issue to most rural poultry farmers, and which has become a nightmare to most poultry farmers. Now, when your bird is being paralyzed, trust me, this bird can't walk. Now, I'll be giving you the definition of what paralysis is and what lameness is. Now, two things there: paralysis and lameness. Now, paralysis in broiler is more than leg issue. It has also been the inability to move part or most of the body, like neck, leg, and wings. Yeah, maybe as a result of illness, poison, or injury. Now, why lameness is the state of being unable to walk because of the leg or foot pain, and lameness is a type of paralysis that is most common in broiler chicken. Yes, lameness is the most common in paralysis. Now, I've always thought of lameness or paralysis has been because of the weight of the bird. Because of this bird, broilers can be very rapid in growing. Now, when they go to this spontaneous rate, down they turn to obesity. Their leg find it difficult to carry their body. Then you see them having leg issue. I'm chatting. Then you see them having leg issue. From that leg issue, turn to paralysis. From that leg issue, it can also accumulate to arthritis in their legs. Now, when you see birds sitting with their hook, when I mean their hook, the joint of their leg. When you see them like the bird I just showed now, when you see them sitting on their hook, I mean the hook when I mean the hook, I mean the joint of the leg. That means they are passing through arthritis. They're having pains on their leg. So these are one of the remember broilers are not the cause of this disease. No, broilers are not the cause of this. The cause of this disease are from the hatchery where you brought the bird, from the hatchery where you got your day chick. That is just the cause. It's either they don't vaccinate them against Myrick disease, or the vaccination was not quite very effective. Yeah, the vaccination. Now I'll be showing what are the causes of this paralysis. What causes paralysis now? Because now there are many things that cause paralysis. It's either number one, overweight. Yeah, overweight. When these birds are being overweight, they find it difficult. Now, broilers are very good in growing. They find it difficult. Their leg find it difficult to carry their body. That's just it. Their leg find it difficult to carry their body. Now, another thing is injury. When these guys injure on their legs, they find it difficult again to walk. Now, it still accumulate to arthritis. Now, another thing is the malnutrition. What kind of feed you give them? Now, I give them three kind of feed depending on the stage and depending on the price of the feed. I give them Ultima Super Starter for my brooding. Then I change it to top feed. This new one that came out now, top feed pro line. Then when because top feed pro line can be quite very expensive, then I change to Jukun. These are the three feed I've been using. But the specific feed I would prefer you guys to use, you see Ultima Super Starter Plus and top feed pro line. That's one of the best feed I've been using. Now another thing now, just be careful with the kind of feed you. Now those guys that sell feed, most of them don't really, when they keep their feed for more than 2 months, it have expired. Just be careful with the kind of feed where you buy your feed, because most of these guys sell expired feed. Now, can you imagine when you feed your bird with expired feed? That means is called the malnutrition. They don't really, they will not grow that rate you want them to grow. Malnutrition is another cause. Another cause is toxin. Toxin is another cause of, toxin is another bacteria that can cause it. Another cause is parasite. Parasite is another cause of this marrow disease. This marriage parasite is another cause of this paralysis. Another thing is infectious etiology. When I mean by infectious etiology, I mean Marek disease and Newcastle disease. These are another causes of paralysis. Another thing is foot pad. Foot pad is always caused from the litter. How so, from a litter? If your litter is very wet, you see them accumulating injury under the leg. From the leg, it comes to a disease. It turns to foot pad disease. Now, another thing is developmental etiology. How is your environment? Is your poultry house quite accommodating? If it's not accommodating, it can also cause them. Now, when you don't give them this space they need, it can actually cause them another. It can also cause them paralysis. Now, whenever I'm being presented with broilers with this paralysis, I will be thinking is overweight, but it's not overweight. Now these things actually come. This is not overweight. It's marriage disease. Yeah, it's marriage disease. Now it's quite very unfortunate that most rural personnel don't really get knowledge before you go into poultry farming. Please try and get a mentor that will mentor you on poultry farming, especially because when disease hit your farm, you'll be like, you might get frustrated, you might even commit suicide. That if you're going in a large country, imagine you're around 6,000 beds and 8,000 died. Imagine how you will feel. You get. So now, how do I identify paralysis in broiler chicken? Now, through the age, now you can identify broiler chicken. You can identify paralysis through the age of the bird. Yes, to the age of the bird. Now, paralysis will first come at week 2 and week 3. Now, when you don't do anything to it, that's where they will start. Now, after week 2 and week 3, they will still come back again at week 5 and week 6. Now, they are coming back when they come back at that week 6, now when they come back at that week 6 or week 5, remember this disease is transferable. It is very fast in transferring. Now, because how do they transfer it? Through their feed, because they're putting the same mouth in the same feeder and their drinker and their litter material. These are how they can easily transfer that disease, because they're drinking the same water, they're eating from the same drinker, they're eating from the same feeder, and they're on the same litter. That's how this disease can be transferable. So these things have accumulated in their body. These diseases have accumulated. This marrow disease have accumulated in their body. Now it goes straight to their leg. Now when it goes straight to your leg, how can we control paralysis? We can actually control paralysis now. We make sure you administer calcium to your bird. Make sure you administer calcium to your bird. Now, calcium is being administered from week 1. That day they comes, not really that day, that's week 1. Make a space where you can give them calcium. Now, they will have liquid calcium and solid calcium. I would prefer you to give them the liquid calcium because broiler contains water, mainly water. Now, why do I say broiler contains mainly water? Now, when you try cooking broiler, you don't put water. You just put them in your pot on the gas cooker. You see water will start coming out from nowhere. That broiler contains a whole lot of water in their body. Now, another thing is you get bone marrow. Make sure you give them bone marrow at that young age. Make sure you give them bone marrow. Add bone marrow to their feed. Bone marrow is quite very important. Another strong antibiotics you can use is Nidogen, Nitroflex, and Interdangerous. Interdangerous. So these are another strong antibiotics you can use too. Now, remember I've told you guys your stock sense matters a lot in your poultry farm. Your stock sense matters a lot in your poultry farm. Now, be very sensitive to your bird. This is very important. Be very sensitive to your bird. When you are sensitive to your bird, you can easily identify what kind of disease. When I mean by stock sense, when you enter your farm, what is your eye? What are you seeing? What is the thought are you seeing? What kind of reaction are your bird doing? Now, your nose, when you enter your farm, what are you smelling? Are you perceiving an offensive odor or are you perceiving a nice odor, a nice smell? Now, your ear, what kind of sound are your bird making? I mean, most of us have encountered your bird will be breathing so hard, like that means your litter material is very dirty, or your pen is overcrowded with bird. Now the ear, what are you hearing? I've actually talked about now your taste. Now, can you drink the water these guys your birds are taking? If you can't drink the water you're taking, that means the water is contaminated already. If you can't drink the water your birds are taking. I don't really mean drinking it from your drinker. I mean the source from where the water is coming from. If you can't drink it from that source, that means your water is not good for them. Now your skin, when you enter your bed, what are you? Sorry, when you enter your poultry farm, what are you feeling? Yeah, what are you feeling when you enter your poultry farm? Whenever I enter my poultry farm, I feel these goosebumps. Like I feel this joy in me that yeah, this guy are doing wonderfully well. So that's just now your toxins matters a lot. And please, marrow disease is not something you play with. Marrow disease is quite very transferable. It is fast in transferring. Remember, I told you it comes from week 2 to week 3. After that, it starts accumulating, just transferring them. At week 4, 5, 6, it can contaminate all your birds. As far as they are feeding on the same feeder and the same drinker and they are on the same litter, these diseases are transferable. Let me just show you. See how this guy is all trying to walk. He's just trying to walk, trying to use the feather to support himself. By tomorrow they'll be gone. By tomorrow we'll be taking them out by tomorrow or next tomorrow thereabouts. Okay, so I still remain your poultry farmer. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so whenever I release a new video you get it automatically. Please be sensitive to your birds. Thank you.